Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most awesome videos. In front of us we have the Sangean, model number PR-D7, and I perform a daytime medium wave band scan. This is a pretty cool radio. They've updated it with the SG-106, which is a gray cabinet with black buttons and black speaker grill. Looks pretty sharp. Definitely an awesome radio. It's been about a couple years since I've had this on the channel. I thought this would be a neat way to reintroduce this radio. It's a very unique radio and I like it. So yeah, let's get to it. So I'm going to go over features, do a size comparison, and then we'll start cruising that daytime medium wave band. So here it is, the Sangean PR-D7. Like I said, the new SG-106 is out. That one retails for $79. This one here in white currently at the making of this video is $57. And they have the black model, it's all black cabinet, and that one I think sells for around $75. So I'll have links below if you're interested in this radio. It is interesting. I like it. Great reception. Does a lot of cool things. So let's check it out. Left hand side, we have the headphone jack. We have a DC input. They provide the AC adapter when you buy this radio. It's nice. On the front, we have a 3-inch speaker here behind the speaker grill. It's got a metal grill there. Sangean in black. I like white Sangean cabinets. They tend not to show up fingerprints, but they do kind of yellow over time. That's the only problem. If you look here, we have LCD display. It's dual window. I like this. The clock always showing. So you can set this to 12-hour or 24-hour, and you could set this to UTC or your local time, depending on what you're doing. But yeah, it's very interesting that this always shows. I think get amber light there just by tapping a button. Neat setup. Over here we have our power and sleep function. Over here we have band select and we have step function. So the step function is you can press and hold this, takes you to the menu. I can show you that real quick. Firmware 2, keep holding it. So you have 12-hour or 24-hour mode. Change it with the up and down tuning arrows. Now kilohertz for FM, 100 kilohertz stepping or 50 kilohertz stepping. That's pretty cool. 50. Then AM, you have 10 kilohertz or 9 kilohertz. And that's what you can set on the menu. It's neat. Of course, band, AM, FM. Charge indicator. So this is a really interesting radio. On the back, I'll show you there's a switch. You can have alkalines in here or nickel metal hydrides. When you install nickel metal hydrides, you switch the switch to nickel metal hydride. When you plug in the AC adapter, it will charge the batteries. If you're using high capacity batteries, about 7 hours of charge time, usually overnight, and you'll have it fully charged. I recommend using the AC adapter most of the time. It only charges when the radio is off. Interesting to know. So yeah, less noise or RFI on the band, which is great. Over here we see you got 2 alarms. You have wake to radio, wake to buzzer. You can have both of them activated, which is nice. They do have snooze function, so while it's going off, you hit any button besides the power button to snooze for 5 minutes. Here we have 5 dedicated preset buttons. You get 5 for FM and 5 for AM. It's kind of limited, but if you're just a casual listener, that's pretty good. Over here you'll see it says time set on the scan button. The scan button's kind of cool. It's like a browse button. You press this when you're in the AM or FM band, and what it'll do is it'll search up to a station, stop for about 5 seconds, let you listen to it, and then it'll continue on automatically to the next station. That way you can figure out, it could be sitting around waiting, and without having to keep hitting a button, and you pick out a station you like. I love that feature. Here we have the up and down tuning controls, of course, manually incremental tuning, and of course you can press and hold, and we can also seek to next station. And when it seeks, it stops at the station. It doesn't keep going like the scan does. Neat. Love that. There's a close-up of the window there. Okay, right-hand side, we have the volume control. It's really simple analog. I like that. Top of the radio, PR-D7. This is a 27-inch antenna, swivels 360 degrees. All the big radios, all the great Sangean FM radios have that same antenna, which is awesome to have. And on the back of the radio, got our model number, frequency ranges, and our battery compartment. Let's try to see if we can open this up. Get this thing. This is pretty tight fitting. There are 6 AA batteries in here. If I can get this open to show you without turning the radio on. There we go. So you got a hinge door. There's your warning. Make sure you got the switch in the right position. If you don't, you'll blow up your alkaline batteries. So there's 6. You can see how they're orientated, positive, negative. And there's a little switch. Right now it's set to alkaline, of course. You can set to rechargeables. It's kind of a neat setup. I probably should be using rechargeables if I decide to use this radio all the time. But since it's just casual use, I decided to put alkalines in. All right. So let's go ahead and do a little quick size comparison so we can start tuning this radio. So we got CC Pocket. Right on. Pretty cool. What makes this radio awesome is if it had no weather alert, but it does not, unfortunately. But again, AM, FM, you can find a lot there you can use. Here's Skywave, CC Skywave. And then last but not least, we have Iron Man. He's the man with the master plan. He can spin it like no one can. He loves Sangean radios from, I don't know, I think they're in Taiwan and then they're made in China. Iron Man. Right on. Okay, I have a little fun. So, a quick primer before we turn the radio on. Actually, I will turn it on right now. Frequency, band we're on, battery life indicator. Clock stays on, which is nice. You can see it's got the light. It goes off automatically. There's no way to turn it on all the time or off all the time. So this radio, of course, like most portable radios, if you're new to radio, uses 2 antennas. That one back one I showed you is for the FM band, and the AM band actually utilizes an internal antenna. It's a ferrite rod with a coil of wire, copper winding around it, and what that does, it allows us to capture the longer wavelengths of medium wave. FM has shorter wavelengths, and it uses a shorter antenna. Actually, believe it or not, the 27-inch antenna is technically shorter than what that winding is in our internal antenna here. And what we do is we turn this radio towards the station we're trying to receive. So this antenna is horizontally mounted, usually at the top of the radio, and that direction helps us tune the radio into the station you're trying to receive. So if it's stationed, say, to the northwest, where I'm pointing it now, it'll pick it up. Also, if it's to the southeast, you'll see me to this direction quite a bit because Chicago is that direction. Since I am located near Chicago, Illinois, current time is 11:04 a.m. Central Standard Time, and I'm near Chicago, Illinois. The sun's been up for about 5.5 hours. So let's go ahead and start tuning. Our first station's here. Now you can't hear it until I tune it, and by tuning the radio, I turn it. This is 540 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin. If I turn it to the north, where that station is being broadcasted from, I'll pick it up.
Tomorrow evening, a mix of clouds and sunshine throughout the day today with winds up to 10 miles an hour and a high of 47 degrees. Mostly cloudy skies expected throughout the evening with an overnight low of 31 degrees. You're listening to the Shaw 101 FM and WAUK 540 AM.
There you go. Got the call letters. Now you hear that static. We can improve that signal by using a Turk Advantage loop. This is a passive loop used for the medium wave or AM band. And as you can see, it has a scale on here, and it's 530. It goes all the way up to 1710. And you tune this passive loop to the station you're trying to receive. Now we're going to go to the bottom of the band there. This has no batteries. It just is a passive loop which uses collected radio waves. And it moves that energy, electromagnetic energy, to the internal radio antenna. So let's go ahead and do that. So I set the loop perpendicular to the radio. Let's see if I can show it to you. So here it is, perpendicular to the radio. I'm going to turn up the volume. I'm going to tune the antenna.
The bottom of this hour about the Republican bromance with Putin revealed. Also, is the Republican.
So if you're really into AM listening, this is a great investment. I have links to this below as well. All right, put that off to the side. I like to keep it off the table so it doesn't affect our reception. Let's keep tuning so we can get to the band. Fun. It's educational.
On AM 560, The Answer. This hourly segment is brought to you
press and hold.
by the Alpha Wealth Group, bringing the trilogy
Saves
of
it, preset
estate,
1.
tax, and investment planning together. Visit alphawealthgroup.com for a free...
560 WIND, Chicago.
The world can be a confusing place. You need clarity, not confusion.
Illinois division. I spoke with her about an hour ago.
So here's a station, Urbana, Illinois.
Welcome to the 21st. Thank you for
NPR station, WILL. It's about 150 miles south. If I point the radio north, it'll pick it up.
Ukrainian heritage
heritage. Can you talk about your connections to Ukraine and the Ukrainian community in Illinois in particular?
Or if I turn it to the south.
I come from a Ukrainian family, but I was not born in Ukraine. I was actually
Pretty neat.
born in Italy.
That station always comes nice and bright. Okay.
Tactically, outrageously stupid at this point.
Here's 590 WKZO, Kalamazoo, Michigan. This is pretty good. You can listen to it without the passive loop. This is about 140 miles away. Across Lake Michigan. Bring the loop in. Perpendicular again to the top of the radio. Tuning the loop. Turning that little purple knob.
About an hour and 20 minutes from now, and please listen to it, because the study, which we'll get into, will kind of set it up.
Really boost that signal and kind of eliminate some of that noise you're hearing. Very nice.
And follow-up studies.
That's great, because you have somebody there that can do that, and I know they've helped me several times.
Here's 600 WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa, 175 miles to the west.
The regular dentistry, but you decided you wanted to go further with that, didn't you?
Involvement and why you feel so strongly about being...
Okay, here's 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay. Well, our son was 12 years old, and I would say we had about a year or so where things were just really off with him. Trying to condense this as much as I can.
Cool. .640 WMFN, Peatone, Illinois, Hispanic music, as you can hear. Comes in pretty good.
30, so, like, there is an opening there, I think, for Memphis.
So we got the score.
We all know how great Jon.
WSCR, Chicago, home of the Cubs.
They have so many other guys. They're so well coached. I think that with some of these...
Go for long distance here. Let's see if we can't pick up a station that's 300 miles away. It's really pushing it with this radio. So I'm going to bring the loop in just to see if we can. Just for kicks. Tuning the loop. There it is. So that's 700 WLW, 300 miles away to the east. So if you got yourself a loop, you can be able to listen to that. That's awesome during the day. Very cool.
And WGN listeners for over 35 years.
Yep, WGN Chicago. Local. Strongest station in my area.
11 on WGN. By the way, this from the United
I'll bet most of you guys from the Midwest to the East Coast and some to the West can probably pick this up. South, North.
Its current entry
strong
to allow all event attendees, including the Bulls and Blackhawks fans, to present either.
Nice.
Beautiful blessing of having it on EWTN radio.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay.
WNDZ, Portage, Indiana.
Take two. No surprise. You
Catholic
guys really
radio
want to
station.
Talk about your pets. They're important. They add so much to.
Just picking up Detroit, Michigan here, 270 miles away, WJR. Let's tune it in.
And that may very well be true.
There it is.
But even if you take that as face value, I know facts, right? And the facts are that Vladimir Putin made very clear in the speech.
Very cool. Right, loving that. Nice.
Cars that would have traveled down that street will end up having to utilize the
WBBM Chicago old-time radio in the evenings.
no on-street.
12 a.m. to 1 a.m. Monday through Friday. If you can pick it up, Central Standard Time. If you can pick it up, definitely try. You'll like it.
We're lining the water main on Jefferson. We're replacing a lot of the other utilities.
I think it's at radiospirits.com website.
As you say, Putin...
They have a schedule and they tell you what they're broadcasting.
He's not very good at PR, except maybe his Botox.
WCPT, Willow Springs, Illinois, about 40 miles away.
Is it that, or is he on steroids?
Okay, here's a cool example of tuning the radio. This is 860. It's a low power station in Milwaukee. I believe it's like in the 200 watt range. 52 miles to the north. Can't hover on the music, but cool. Look at that. Nice. That's a great radio. Yeah, it's decent size too. I like it. Let me show you the bottom. It's got like little feet there. It's all hard plastic. The only thing that isn't hard plastic are the buttons. They're kind of like a silicone type rubber. They're comfortable to use. I like it. Oh, we're picking up WKAR, East Lansing, Michigan. This is 200 miles away to the east.
Areas, well, when I say attacks, it's unclear what exactly happened, but a couple of residential areas, their apartment buildings have been hit and injuring several people. No one.
Wow, this is great. Okay, keep going here.
I mean, the guy is a kleptomaniac.
Here's WLS Chicago. This is high-pitched whine coming from the camera.
Who insists that the threat of a nuclear war.
Wouldn't that offset the loss of a home game? Has that been rescheduled for this year?
I don't believe so.
I don't believe so. That was supposed to be 2 years ago.
Yeah, I don't.
They lost.
Here's the Big Badger, WOKY, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Right. Thing that can be learned. So it's spiritual formation. It can be learned, and then
WBKM, Sandwich, Illinois, Relevant Radio.
In his or her own life.
Catholic.
And we don't begin as masters.
Okay, we got music on WFAW, Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. Great station, I love it. Oldies, I love the music.
Life-changing here, and, we have to start someplace. I guess a couple of thoughts.
WNTD, Chicago, Relevant Radio.
That...
Going a little quicker here.
Community citizens, and so whether it is conversations with elected officials,
WHA, Madison, Wisconsin.
Officials, the sense of the community.
They're the industry leaders in Delta 8 THC products.
WMVP, Chicago, ESPN.
In the world. Delta 8 is a more functional alternative to marijuana. You get the same.
So we got some ethnic music on WNVR, Vernon Hills, Illinois.
I think this is just political satire at its absolute best.
Here's WLIP, Kenosha, Wisconsin. This music here is WHFB, Benton Harbor, Michigan, about 100 miles away to the east.
I think they're going to save some money on Zadarius Smith. Jair Alexander is in the last year of his rookie contract, $13 million.
WTSO, Madison, Wisconsin.
Into an extension, and that cap.
WNWI, Oaklawn, Illinois. This thing's doing pretty good. WXES, Chicago.
Ay, qué pesados que son. Cuanto antes que señor se lo que
Say, hey, Kyrie, here is a front, court seat right on the front row. I want you to go just
WISN, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, to the north.
Sit there as a fan. That is permissible come March.
Just give us a call, 1-800-684-3110, because you have to be more concerned now.
WYLL, Hope for Your Life, Christian radio station, Chicago, Illinois.
Towards a more expanded military conflict.
Within 1 day. If you lose your case, you don't have to pay Oasis back, ever. So call Oasis today to see if you qualify at 87.
This is usually a Squirrel 1180, WSQR, Sycamore, Illinois.
266-9107.
All right, they're not playing any music. Darn it.
yo de mi parte, insisto, tengo años en esto y sé cómo es la historia, tengo fuerza para
WRTO Chicago.
hacerlo, pero bueno, esto entiendo.
I pick them up at night too.
Sí, y esto y lo otro. Pero bueno, es que todo es interesante. Y volviendo a esto de las licencias.
WKRS, Waukegan, Illinois.
Es bueno.
For sure. So we did 158 repairs on the irrigation system. Well, you added water.
WCLO, Janesville, Wisconsin, talking about farming.
Did you put the fertilizer and you put stuff through the water system, or do you not? Is it just water? So that's called fertigation, and we actually put wetting agents.
WSBC Chicago. Their voices are always distorted, like they're using over compressed mics or something.
And found out they have atrial fibrillation, a condition which makes it about
WSSP Milwaukee.
if you have one or more of these symptoms, irregular heartbeat.
Digital radios are nice. They take the guesswork out of it. It's usually pretty accurate, being digital. 1260 WEKZ Country Music, Monroe, Wisconsin, 60 miles away to the northwest.
Throughout the church.
1270.
I wrote the first book about 17 years ago. I could have never dreamed of how widely this would spread, and it seems to spread to people.
Religious station. I'll have a pop up here. I gotta update my list.
This is all about.
Okay.
Give me a call, 630-585-12.
WBIG, Aurora, Illinois.
Radio shopping show.
What?
I can tell you a little bit about it. Sure, let's get to their menu. Their dinner menu, oh my goodness, is so extensive, right? So, like, they serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But
So do radio shopping at 1280. I forgot they did that.
Because they have got so much. Their broaster
I know they do it on 1360, and they do it on 1410 in my area.
Chicken has 80%.
Nice. Nice. WZTI, the Fonz. Excuse me, Greenfield, Wisconsin. Some good music.
Pierwsza sprawa. Otwiera pan, panie Michale,
WRDZ, LaGrange, Illinois.
u którego...
I mean it. I suffered from a stiff lower back for almost a decade.
WIBA, Madison, Wisconsin.
Difficult to kneel in church on Sundays.
So the Packers were
Mixing stations here. Rockford in this direction, WNTA. And then Evanston, which is like here, WKTA. So they're kind of close.
Use a lot more authority without the new statutory authority, but either way,
WJYI, Milwaukee.
they want to move these new sanctions, and yet when they return to
Okay, WLBK, DeKalb, Illinois. Playing music. Maybe it's the start of a show. WBEL, South Beloit, Illinois. Gospel music on WGRB, Chicago. We got music on WRJN, Racine, Wisconsin.
Contemporary jazz. Her voice is bold and expressive. And again, Diane Shore. This is for the Diane Shore admission.
Shopping on the radio, yay! Get your landline going and give them a call.
$5.
Tell them you want to buy a radio.
April 2nd.
Want to buy a radio off the radio? Yeah. Probably won't have that one, though.
Of course, if this inspires you to take a look at some of the other things that are happening at the Prairie Center of the Arts, you can...
Awesome. WEEF, Deerfield, Illinois.
Call Medicare 411 and speak to a certified Medicare translator who can review your 2020
WROK, Rockford, Illinois.
that it meets your unique needs, and we can answer any questions you may have.
1450 WRLL, The Real, Cicero, Illinois. Just picking up a hint here of WJTI, West Ellis, Wisconsin. Let's see if we can't make that better with the loop. Got the loop here. A little brighter sounding.
Don't you dare be going anywhere, unless, of course, it's over to Culver's.
Culver's. Man, I cannot go to Culver's. That's a restaurant that does not agree with me. WGEZ, Iron Country, Bolliot, Wisconsin. If you guys like Culver's, let me know.
One of their legendary burgers or wraps, or one of their new feature items like boneless pork chop.
Nice. Usually got the heavy metal and hard rock on WPJX, Zion, Illinois. On the AM band, Rockin. Nice. Picking up a hint of WRDD, Waukesha, Wisconsin.
DCY America Station.
You're listening to the Anchorberg Minute.
God does not see in degrees of possibility.
WLUV, Loves Park, Illinois.
And is no lesser.
Try to get through this. We're almost done. Get some, sounds like gospel music on WGLB, Port Washington, Wisconsin. Again, a loop would help clear this up. This is Watertown, Wisconsin, WTTN.
정말 만삭되지 못한 태어난 이
WCGO, Evanston, Illinois.
중에 지극히 작은 사람입니다.
Southbound 94 from Wadsworth Road to Lake Cook Road is 18 minutes. The following road work is currently active. 128th Street, east of U.S. Highway 45 is closed for bridge reconstruction.
Interesting how this traffic advisory radio sometimes comes in clear this way and sometimes clear that way. Lake County, Illinois.
Visit lakecountypassage.com or call 84737.
Nice. Just a hint of KCJJ. Oh heck, I'm gonna see if I can get it. I believe this is 170 miles to the west. Pretty hard to pick up. At nighttime it comes in fairly decent.
So that you don't maybe misinterpret some of what St. Ignatius is saying?
WSJP, Sussex, Wisconsin.
Okay, Josh, if I mention some
Catholic
of my
radio.
resources, which I produced precisely for that purpose.
A lot of Catholic stations on the AM band.
Absolutely, Father. Okay, so I would say yes. The place to start is with...
Okay.
He said it was categorically false, I think was his response, if I'm not mistaken. And then everybody started to get into the wordplay. Aaron Rodgers, because we all know.
So this is Zone, WOZN, Madison, Wisconsin.
He'll call you out, right? So the question...
Some people are going clean. Look, I took a look at myself.
WBON, Berwyn, or Chicago, Illinois.
I just can't believe it's me. I just can't believe it.
And I think KBJG will come in later. And then we can see squirrels playing music. There it is. A squirrel appears on 1180 WSQR. I always have a preset with that usually.
That's the way it should be.
Nice. Good way to end it out. All right. So there it is. The Sangean. Just tap that off there. And you still got your clock, which is just, it's a great thing to have. So there it is. The Sangean PR-D7. You can pick one up, like I say, for $57 right now. Get the white model. This one actually is a refurb. So I think the white model comes with a white speaker. And since this is a refurb, this one came with a black speaker. My refurb, this was like around $45, I want to say. If they still have refurbs, they come with a 90-day warranty. But yeah, your brand new one will come with a white speaker, which looks really sharp. So, I mean, if you're wondering if there's a difference, if you've seen the picture of this in my thumbnail and there's a white speaker, that's probably why. Because this has been replaced, I think. So there it is. Also, they have the new one, the SG-106, which is identical radio with a gray cabinet with black buttons. I might pick it up just to see if it's any better. It's probably identical. There's the color change. They tend to do that right now, but it's still fun to collect the different ones. So I'll probably end up doing that, reintroducing the radio, doing a review. But yeah, there it is. Definitely support the channel with using those links and get yourself a cool radio. I mean, a little tabletop, desktop radio. Like I say, plug the AC adapter in and you're good to go forever, pretty much. I mean, you can use this as an alarm clock and everything. I do like that. I do like the fact that it does that. Dual alarms. It's nice. So there it is. Give me a big thumbs up if you like this video. 2 if you like Sangean radios. You want to see more reviews. You want to see new ones. I'm getting them. I'm buying them. I like them. Even if they're not really come out with anything fancy or super new, I'm still picking them up. Hit the subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified of those videos and deals. And of course, 3, comment below what you think about the PR-D7. It's been out for a while, a lot of years. Tell me if you have one, if you like it, if you use it, your experiences. I'd like to hear. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you in my next video.